come. Let me try it. Now I'm gonna try it.
Right?
Oh! What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I'm here. I'm all in the scenario. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to everybody. Keep liking, share, subscribe, all that. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube. It's the same name, Everything by John, John. As you don't know, or if you don't know, the reason why is because my name is John and I do everything, baby. Shout out to my little juggler. So you know, just wanna let y'all know.
Hello?
Just wanna let y'all know. Website coming soon. Book is coming soon. Ebook is coming soon. You know, all platforms and everything like that. Costa Rica video coming soon. And it's pretty much, you know, what's going on. So, you know, let me know how y'all weekend going, how y'all day was going, everything like that. I was actually, let me switch it up to talk about the whole PLATO allegory of the cave story and syndrome. You know, just lightly kind of touch on that. You know, shout out to Medgar Evers College. That's where I currently go to school at. Shout out to Professor Gramble, my political science professor. Man, what I'm telling you, man, what an intellectual mind. Shout out to Medgar Evers again. You know, this is my first semester there. You know, I went to a few other colleges before, but it's funny and it's ironic how it's interesting how I never thought about Medgar Evers College, you know, even as somewhere to go or just even as a choice. You know, it's almost like it didn't exist to me because marketing for all these other colleges were, you know, so much more out there and plugged in to students. Is it because there's more of a focus on the black community and aspect? That might be a whole other conversation. But anyway, Plato's Allegory. If you don't know what Plato was a philosopher. You know, he was back in, you know, I don't even know what era. That was like way long time ago. I'm talking about maybe before like BC and everything like that, or maybe a little bit after. I don't know. But he was a philosopher, a thinker, who basically wrote a lot of stories, a lot of different books and plays as well. Just a lot of different things that make you think, as philosophers and thinkers do. And he talked about in the Allegory of the Cave. He talked about it was a story about these 4 prisoners inside this cave, and all they saw was a reflection of a shadow on a rock or a wall of images moving. You know, whether it be horse and carriage or just things going on, but it was pure shadows that they were looking at, and that's the only thing they could look at because of the fact that they were chained from the legs up all the way to, you know, basically their neck. All they could do was see, and this was their reality, and this is what they went through for years, right? And one man one day came and unchained one of the prisoners, therefore leading him up the stairs away from the cave. But before doing that, he told him and he showed him what became of the shadows, or what these images really were. These images were perpetuated upon them by other people, moving objects. So they thought these shadows were real. They thought these were real physical, you know, beings and things, but they were just images of what was being portrayed. See what I'm saying? The guy that escaped, or well, actually with the help of the guy who, you know, unchained him, went upstairs and saw a whole world of actual physical beings and life in the world and the sun and the earth and everything that is actual reality, right? And he was in bliss. He couldn't believe it. His eyes killed him. You know, it's like imagine and this is where the Matrix, movies like the Matrix come in. These type of concepts are the same. It comes from Plato. It comes from his thinking. And it's so interesting, like I just wrote in my essay, how long ago this was, and it's happening right now. It's the same concept. But anyway, he saw everything, and he's like, wow, you know, for days and days, maybe years, he just couldn't believe it. And he thought to himself, this guy showed me the truth. He showed me what was going on in the cave, and he showed me what was going on outside the cave. Do I have a duty to go back down in the cave and show the rest of the people I was with for years chained what I saw and the reality of their situation? So he decided to go down there. And he tried to show the people that he was with, the other prisoners, the reality of life, what was behind them. He actually tried to even see or depict what was the shadows. But after being exposed to the earth and the reality of everything that was actually real, he became blinded. He became blinded. It's so deep. He became blinded as to what was seen before. And when he became blinded, the other prisoners laughed at him. And they looked down on him. And they made fun of him. They said, why can't you see what we see? You're an idiot. You're this, you're that. And this is exactly the parallel that's going on within our society today. So he went back out there. He said, you know what I'm living my life as what was revealed to me, the truth. And it gets so deep in that I just wanna put that on you guys who don't already know about this story. I want you guys to look up Plato, Allegory of the Cave. I want you to tell me how similar that story is to society and civilization today. If you don't already know, and if you do already know, please comment. I want to hear what you think, your perspective on it. I want all my philosophers, all my thinkers, and shout out to you guys. I want y'all to comment. I want to hear your expression on it. And continue to like, share, and subscribe. I kind of went deep on this a little bit, but this is what I'm about. This is what I do. 95% of the time, I'm trying to enlighten myself, trying to obtain knowledge, instead of filling my head with just BS from social media and things like this. And this is what Obama was talking about. I remember when he got elected in 2008, I was in class. I was like 10th grade or something like that. 10th grade. He said, listen, just because you see me in a suit, and I'm just paraphrasing, just because you see me in a suit, do not be so amazed with the image of me. Say to yourself, why can't I be that? Why can't all of us do the same thing? And what happened 10 years later? What did he say in his announcement, or I mean his speech leaving out of the White House? He said, we are at the point right now where from 2008 to now and before, we have been entrapped in social media. Social media is the new orator of negativity. I'm gonna leave that there. Shout out to Professor Gamble. Shout out to political science people. Shout out to all my physical, or actually my philosophers, my thinkers, etc. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.